Hey y'all, welcome back to another stream. And we are back at it with Final Fantasy XIV. Um, not doing what we've done recently with the whole, oh, how do I put this? With the, leveling, because again, we still don't have Dawn Trail. Just to keep everybody's expectations realistic. We don't have Dawn Trail. We're not gonna be playing Dawn Trail. So we're just doing the Moonfire Faire, and that is it. Just doing a couple things on the back end here, so just give me one sec. Alright. Okie dokie. And so let's go ahead and get to the Moonfire Faire. I believe... I don't quite remember where it starts, so we're just going to go city hopping. Give me one second. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and start city hopping until we... I think it's Limsa. I think it starts in Limsa, so we're going to check out Limsa first. Which makes sense, because that's the area with Costa del Sol. Alright. It's busy over here. Taking a look at some of these. Might be in the aft castle. Definitely have a little bit of local lag going on. Which... not surprising. Alrighty. Okay. Highway robbery? I don't think that's it. Green. East green? I think that might be it. Yeah. That's it. I think we found it. Oh, I think we have to wait for people to load. So we'll wait for people to load. I think I should take best to see how long it'll take some of these things to load. Oh, there they go. Mafral Moyaru. Moyaru. That makes sense. Moyaru is scouring the F Castle for any sun-beaten souls who might not have heard about this year's Moonfire Faire. Accept. Do my eyes deceive me, or do I spy a familiar face who looks like she could do with some proper summer recreation? That's right, the sun's rays are out in full force, and so is our beloved Moonfire Faire. These days, the event doubles as a free promotion for the Adventurers Guild, you know? The brave and the bold show off their heroics, and afterwards, their guests flock to the guild in droves to hire them. But the real star of the show is the acclaimed Eorzean Nimble Warrior course, bringing in hundreds upon hundreds of new challengers. At any rate, we could really use more help out there, so if perchance I've piqued your interest, I suggest you ship out to Costa del Sol and speak to our chief chaperone, Hermega. Sure. To Costa del Sol. Woo, that's a cute guild name. Company name. Alrighty. This way. Look at all those colorful thingies. I'm running into the... Whoa. Alright, and we wait for people to load up. Any bets on how long this one will? Oh. It's beginning to begin.
Giselle, now there's a sight for sore eyes. Did Moyaru send you out here to lend a hand? This year, the event is shaping up to be a thrill for visitors and staff alike. Allow me to give you a brief outline of what we have planned. In case the screaming and splashing hadn't given it away, we've brought back the Eorzean Nimble Warrior course with all of its explosive challenges intact. And if the summer sun gets to be too much, grant yourself a refreshing reprieve by enjoying an icy treat or playing with the polar bears.
Aww.
Even better, this year we've added a little Far Eastern flair with these hand fans. They're called Uchiwa, and they drive away evil spirits, or so I'm told. To ensure their authenticity, we hired an expert in the art of the festival to craft us 100 crates of them. And what color could be more fitting for Moonfire than bright, blazing red? Seeing as the origins of the event can be traced back to the bombard hunts of years past, I say Uchiwa are a perfect fit for the spirit of the occasion. And judging from the sizable crowds, I'm far from the only one. The downside, of course, is that we presently find ourselves quite ill-equipped to manage a turnout of this magnitude. Personally, I'd like to bolster our security cadre if I can. As it stands, none of us would be able to leave our posts in the event of a serious emergency. So, given the fortuitous timing of your arrival, could I ask you to... Monster! Ah! Did she say monster? Damn it all! The people are starting to panic. Please, Giselle, you've got to help us. I'll stay here and try to keep the crowd calm. You head north and find that woman. Okay. Alright. To the north to find that woman. There she is, it's the terrified tourist. The monster was just here, I swear it! It was leering at me from behind that rock, making these off-kilter little motions, and then it ran off to the east. That way! I thought for certain it would come over here and... Oh, I feel faint. I need to go lie down. Alright, to the east. To find the little tiny monster. Oh, there's a sweaty guest. Maybe he saw something. Damn it, I didn't stand a chance against that thing. Excuse me? You should have seen it. I was minding my own business out here, practicing my steps, when suddenly that thing showed up out of nowhere to challenge me to a dance-off. Then, after it utterly trounced me, it raced off again. But I could tell you where, or even which direction. Although, come to think of it, I believe I saw something fall from its body. Well, it doesn't matter much to me anymore. I can hear summer's call, and it must be heeded. To the ocean with me. Whatever fell off that thing, you'll find it lying over there, if you think it will help your search. Alright, goodbye. Aha! There she is! Glad as ever to see you again, Giselle. Herr Maga told us you might be in need of urgent assistance. So here we are. We heard reports of a green monster running amok. Have you learned aught in the way of a clue? This fell off it, apparently. It dropped something, did it? Looks to be a needle, by my reckoning. I think we're going to go with the second one. It's obvious we're dealing with an inebriated weaver. Surely that woman would not have mistaken a drunkard for a monster. Given that it's green in color and possessed of needles, that was just some type of cactuar. Cactuars in La Nazca, of all places? Surely they would struggle to survive so far removed from their native habitat of Fenelon. I am so sorry about this. Madame Mameja, if I'm not mistaken, was it not Master Gegedruchu himself who invited you out to Costa del Sol? Oh, whoops, wrong voice, but I'm not going to do it. Yes, I traveled all the way from Olda at the summons of my friend Gegedruchu. Naturally, I couldn't bear the thought of my dear pets missing out on the fun and festivities, so I brought them along with me. Not for a moment did I ever think they would act out like this. You have my deepest apologies. They were perfect angels when we stopped to see Gegedruchu. He even gave them treats. But the moment I stepped away for a drink, they went mad, and poor Gegedruchu couldn't rein them in. By the time I got back, they were gone. I swear to you, this has never happened before. Well, that could certainly explain how Cactuar ended up in La Nazca. Regardless, if your pets pose a danger to the fairgoers, we may have to subdue them by force. No! Please! I've raised them since they were pups. They never hurt a fly. I don't fancy the prospect myself, but what other option is there?
Given that the Moonfire Faire would have no venue, if not... Given that the Moonfire Faire would not... Can't read, sorry. Given that the Moonfire Faire would have no venue were it not for Master Gigaruchu, I'd obviously prefer if we didn't upset a dear friend of his. Yes, termination should be a last resort. Let us first attempt to capture them. A sensible plan. Should things turn violent, it would only frighten the attendees. This calls for a more subtle approach. Just the three of us, perhaps?
Indeed. I would see this situated sort of swiftly that we might return to the fair. If we work quickly, we may manage to find it before it escapes the bounds of Costa del Sol. Thus, I propose we split up. Giselle, my friend, would you search the west coast of the island? Sure, I'll do that. Talk, 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 talk. All right. The west coast of the island, I return. All right, there's something somewhere. There he is. So perfect. Oh, he looks like he's having fun. Maybe? Did you find something?
It appears she did. But how are we going to capture it?
I've never seen a cactuar look so dangerous. Is it just me, or is it radiating an aura of pure malice?
I've never seen the poor thing like this either. Come to think of it, Gigaruchu told me it seemed to him as though they were possessed. In that case, perhaps the aura is an evil spirit. If only we could purify it somehow.
Perhaps an Uchiwa would help?
Of course! In the Far East, they use Uchiwa to ward off evil spirits, right? Maybe our festival fans would work.
In that case, allow me to do the honors. Whoosh! Evil spirit be gone! Uchiwa soy!
Yes! Well, that was easy. Shall we head back for drinks?
Sounds good to me.
I'm terribly sorry to interject, but I think there's been a misunderstanding. That's only one of my dear cactuars. I'm still missing the other 6. I do appreciate you finding Cacti, of course, but I'm worried about Cactilo and Cactina and Cactistifer and... Wait, so when you said pets, you brought 7 cactuars to Lanaska?
It is concerning, then, that we scoured every inch of the island and only found one. It appears we will have to take our search to the mainland. Very well. Let us take up our Uchiwa and find these cactuars, that we might ease them of their torment. Alright. Guess I'm in. Alright, so experience Uchiwa Soy. I have learned the emote Uchiwa Soy. Alrighty. Wait a couple moments for the next quest to pop up. There it is. Moonfire Faire chaperone Bodathon is prepared to help you track down half a dozen wayward cactuars. I take it you're ready to begin. In that case, let us review our objective. First, we must seek out these cactuars. As soon as one is located, placate it with a gust from your Uchiwa, and then bring it here. You, my friend, are in charge of searching the southwestern cliffside. Okay. Southwestern cliffside. Of the maiden account. So I'm looking for two of them. Got a circle here. A moment. See if I can find anything. I'm not seeing anything offhand. There they is. Cavorting cactuar. With it. The cactuar is dancing like a plant possessed, but a refreshing Uchiwa Soy ought to do the trick. Uchiwa Soy. Did I not do it? There we go. I refreshed the cavorting cactuar with a giant fan. Ooh, the cactuar appears to have snapped out of it. Whatever it may have been. I half expected him to give my leg a hug. Eager for your company, it walks right up to you, allowing you to grab it. Well, he's a nice little fella, isn't he? Alright, let's go look for your brethren. Sprint! And swim. Interesting. There's the other cavorting cactuar. Alright, same scenario. Let's hit enter. Alright. Uchiwa Soy! The cactuar appears to have snapped out of it, whatever it may have been, just like before. His eyes are weird. Alright, I grabbed both of them. Back to the island. Mori. Alright, there.
Welcome back. I don't suppose you found any cactuars.
I have found 2, in fact.
And that brings us to 7. Excellent, we're done. And now that that's over with, I think I'll grab myself a drink and find a nice vantage point. Preferably somewhere in the shade. Oh, take me with you! I've been dying for a drink!
And there they go. At last, the crisis is well and truly averted. Now I can return my focus to what matters most, ensuring a spectacular time is had by all. Seeing as Hermaga still needs a status report, could I ask you to see to that?
Sure. Alright, looks like the Twitch team has an ad, so I'll just wait until the ad looks like it's done. I'll continue on. It's a quick ad, they're like 30 seconds long, so no worries there. Looks like that's done.
Asher and the Omega. Welcome back, Giselle. It seems you had the cactuar crisis.
Let me try that again.
It seems you had the cactuar crisis well in hand. You've done your part to keep the peace, and for that, I thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, what's this I hear about a malicious aura? Efficacy of the Chiwa aside, I'd like to hear... Efficacy of the Chiwa aside, I'd like to get to the bottom of this, lest we suffer the same problem next year.
Oh, we got lots of people now. I just wanted to report that the pet cactuars are resting safely away from the main festivities. I asked another chaperone to keep an eye on them. I cannot apologize enough for the trouble I caused.
Yes, well, I am glad to have this matter settled quickly. My lovely ladies were quite frightened. That being said, speaking as one who has seen his share of dancers, your pets have star potential, my dear Mameja.
Truly? Perhaps I should have them formally trained. You're not seriously going to encourage that behavior, are you? Lest you forget, it was pure coincidence that we found a peaceable solution through the use of our Chiwa. Were there something like this to happen again, that luck may not hold. Surely you don't mean... I've learned my lesson, I swear it! As soon as we're home, I'll ensure they're trained to stay at my side at all times.
And maybe dance.
That's all I ask. Incidentally, did you notice anything that might have served as the catalyst to their cavorting? No, I'm afraid not. I was away at the time, you see.
I thought it quite strange myself. One moment they were downing their wine like sailors, and the next it was as though they were possessed by some manner of wicked spirit. Dot. They were drinking wine, my lord? And what a fine vantage it was! I was delighted to be in like-minded company. Oh, the great conversation we could have had, if only they could speak.
Meja, I can't believe I'm asking this, but is wine safe for cactuars? How should I know? I've only ever given them the finest spring water from the mountains of Corthus myself. So they were just drunk.
They barely had a cupful each. And besides, it's not like I poured the stuff down their throats, did I? Oh. Alright, look, perhaps sharing a bottle wasn't the best of ideas, but how was I to know they couldn't hold their drink? Personally, I'm just glad the mystery's been put to rest. And seeing as Mimeja's learned her lesson, I dare say we won't be seeing a repeat of this incident.
Well, in case someone else gives one to some other cactuars, I'll be sure to let the chaperone team know to reach for Uchiwa rather than a weapon.
That would be much appreciated, Let me try that again. That would be much appreciated, Obanyo. Now, let us return to the festival. The Adventurers Guild won't promote itself, you know.
Yeah.
As for you, Giselle, on behalf of the entire chaperone team, I thank you. Enjoy the remainder of the event, and don't be a stranger, alright?
Okay.
And with that, everyone summoned happily ever after. Nice and quick little quest.
Let's see, noble purpose, stupid Margaret.
Summer's biggest fan, that's funny.
Alright, so we got a little bit of time left. Let us see about doing questing. Level 56. Yeah, that wouldn't work for this character. She's level 80, so 70 to 80, maybe a little. Well, no, can't be higher than. Talking to myself, and I apologize. Everything you know is wrong. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about raids or anything like that. Just quests. Healing old wounds. Nope. No greater sport. You know what? Let us go to there. Yeah, let's go to Radzathan. I have some quests from a Gunbreaker there. And if I can't do it now, then I can pick it up and do it later. Maybe. Possibly. We'll see. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I kind of want to see if I can get that Orchestron roll for my Orchestron. Let me look into that. Alright. Train, expanding the House of Splendors. Alright, there's places for me to. Alright, let's go to the Mayane. It's taking a minute to load. Alright. You know, I've been to this area a bajillion times, and today's the first day that I've ever actually realized that those doors open. Things you learn by just playing a little bit more. Alright. There we are. Read. Marie glances sorrowfully at a bright woven strap on the counter. Such a precious trinket, yet its owner makes no effort to come and retrieve it. I do hope this doesn't mean... Oh well, if it isn't the brave soul who protected us from the beasts. And perfect timing, no less. Might I ask you a small favor? I'm looking for the owner of a missing item, you see. I was just cleaning up the shop when I found this unraveled woven band under the counter. A husband and wife visited here the other day, and I am certain it belongs to them. I was hoping to return it to its rightful owner, but they have not stopped by since. I fear the worst, but I'm holding out hope they are well. I would search for them myself, but I cannot leave the shop unattended. Might you be so kind as to go in my stead? Sure. I believe the wife mentioned she was an alchemist at the High Crucible. For the life of me, I cannot remember her name, though I do recall she had long and striking red hair. Alright. So we're going to go to the Crucible. Is there a... There totally is. Assiduous alchemist. Not long hair, but I'll ask. I fear you must be mistaken, for I know of no band. That said, I too have loved ones I have not seen since that horrible day. I hope your friend is safe. But I fear I have no time for chatter. All I can do is focus on saving who I can, and pray that I will see my friends again. Now, if you will excuse me. My accents are horrible. I'm sorry, guys. Lacrimose? Yes, we were at Marid's when the final days came. But what of it? Forgive me, I still find it hard to remember that day. My band! I was wondering where it had gone. My husband gave me this, and now it is all I have to remember him by. Stubborn to the end, that one. He distracted the beast so that I was able to flee, and then went off to save the others. The Radiant Host found me later. They told me he was gone. Not even a corpse left to bury. To tell the truth, I have been at a loss ever since. How do I carry on knowing that he gave his life for mine? I had so many plans. What our home would look like, what our children's names would be. And now, nothing. Just a circle of woven thread that he once slipped onto my wrist, and the memory of how happy we were to share our lives with each other. So I go on living, because anything else would tarnish that memory. Forgive me my outburst, it has just all been so much. At least the Crucible has been keeping me busy, and that's what I think I need right now. That's so sad. Alright, so now we're going to go back to Marid's Mayhain.
Welcome back. Were you able to track down the couple? I do hope they are safe. Well, sadly. Oh dear. I am terribly sorry to hear that. At least we were able to return the band as a memento for the woman. As small or solace as that may be. That woven bracelet is a talisman of sorts. It creates a bond between gods and mortals. The tighter the braiding, the stronger protection it offers from a fate most dreadful. In Razathan, it is a tradition to present one to your lover, to beseech the gods to offer divine protection to one for whom you care deeply. It would seem her husband's prayer was heard, though tragically at the loss of his own life. I imagine she will need time to heal, but I hope she will visit again, that I might offer her what comfort and kindness I may. At any rate, I thank you for attending to this task for me. You are welcome. Great. Alright. I got time for another quest. And I know I'm terrible with the accents, but alrighty. Zoom! Radiant Scout. Ooh. Something has this Radiant Scout unnerved. Oh, but it's level 90. I'm going to decline this one. I'll accept it. Ah, Mistress Giselle. You couldn't have appeared at a better time. You see, while out patrolling the city, I chanced to sight a void scent. What? I immediately chased it down, with the intent of eliminating it, but something about it struck me as odd. For one, it made no move to defend itself, but simply sat there, jiggling. Which is why, against my better judgment, I decided to capture it instead. Having traveled to the void, I dare say you have considerable knowledge of its denizens. If you have a moment, might I trouble you for your opinion on the creature's unusual behavior? Sure. I'm truly grateful. Now, if you would follow me, the creature is being held in the hall of the Radiant Host. It's a level 90 quest, so I'm going to just move on to the next one. Which is just this way. I'm going to just run there. Alright. Another Radiant Host. Okay, this one I can do. The Radiant Host captain is hoping cooler heads will prevail. You're the adventurer who fought off the blasphemies with us, yes? Oh, you couldn't have come along at a better time. Please just do me one favor. Just act as if nothing is the matter. If you're going to make these wild accusations of me, you best have some damn proof. I told ye, I have never seen your damn ring. Now I'll be on my way. How can you speak such lies? That ring was my most precious keepsake. Whatever shall I do? Yes, that should do. Thank you. Giselle, was it? If it wouldn't be too much of a bother, could I trouble you to assist us in an investigation of sorts? As you may have observed, that young woman believes that her ring was stolen by that uncouth young man who just walked away. She has no physical evidence, and yet I cannot help but believe that she is telling the truth. And so I hatched a plan. I would make a show of diffusing the argument and allow the man to walk freely away. Then I would have him followed, that we might glean some insight as to whether or not he committed the crime. That said, it would be far too conspicuous if I were to tail the man all by myself. What say I pretend that I am showing you, a visitor to our fair city, around the area? That way, I do believe we could approach him without arousing too much suspicion. Sure! Splendid. I cannot thank you enough. Let us follow that rather unpleasant fellow. I believe I saw him heading in the direction of Yuge. Alright. The direction of Yuge. Very well then. Again, all I ask is that you act as natural and inconspicuous as possible. Let us see what happens. So much for the vaunted radiant host. Didn't suspect a thing, did she? What with everyone skittering about like little frightened rats, these are fine times for those in my line of work. Ha 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 ha. Did you see that object he was examining? It certainly appeared to be the stolen ring to me. But let us not reveal ourselves quite yet. With any luck, he will unwittingly lead us to his hideout. Here's the plan. I'll pretend as if I'm giving you, a mere traveler, a tour of the city. Then we follow him. Without getting too close, of course. The last thing we want is to blow our cover. Hopefully it's not one of those quests. Alright. Oh, it's one of those quests. Okay, we'll see how I do. Ah! He noticed me. Alright, so that's one failure. Try again. Should be enough to keep him from seeing me. Okay, the captain is... Hopefully he can't see me. I'm around a corner. Okay. Dang it. Alright. Maybe I said there were checkpoints. I'm not a big fan of these quests, I've got to admit. Yep. Skip through all this.
And go, huh? What? Ooh, I may have gotten too close just then. Alright, stay here. You can't see me, I'm behind the corner. Alright, I'm gonna actually wait for him. Still behind a corner. Still shouldn't be able to see me. Yes, you're hearing things. Behind the corner, you can't see me. What is that white light? Ooh. Woohoo! 3 times the charm. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen a ring of this make, and inlaid with exotic jade, no less. Yes, this should sell for good coin. Just as I suspected, he had the ring all along. Well, I dare say it's time we interrupted this little transaction. Might I trouble you to summon my subordinate for good measure? I will keep watch here to ensure that neither this man nor his accomplice escapes. Sure. Run, run, run! Taking a few moments to load. That's fine. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Here we are. Alright, so I'm going to retrieve the subordinate. Zoom! I just gotta wait for them to load. There she is. How far's the investigation, friend? Well, you see, we found him. A rare Jedi ring, you say? That matches this young woman's testimony exactly. It would seem you caught the culprit red-handed. At any rate, I will make for the scene of the crime at once. And do not worry, we will not trouble you any further for any aid. I assure you the Radiant Host can more than handle a couple of common ruffians. Alright, sorry Sally, we do not encourage that here, so I'm going to just time you out for a few minutes. Alright. Alright, so where were we? Yeah, above all, it is because of your efforts that this dear woman will be united with her precious keepsake before long. And my captain instead, allow me to reward you for your kind deeds. And with that, I must be off. Thank you. Alright, and with that, it is 5:30 my time, and so I must be off. Thank you all so much for joining me. I am sorry that this stream started a little later than anticipated. I got caught up in something. But just a reminder, we streamed Final Fantasy today because tomorrow and Monday I will not be streaming. There are family things going on, and that comes first. So that is why we are streaming Final Fantasy today, because that Moonfire Faire event that we did in the beginning, that's going to basically go away by the next time I stream. So I wanted to be able to stream for you guys. Alright, and so with that, I will see you guys next weekend. Have yourselves a great week ahead, and take care. Bye.